Hello guys, Greg here. This is a bit of a random video actually. I'm working from home today. I've just taken about half hour off to have a bit of lunch. And I was thinking about a couple of conversations I was having yesterday on some of the Facebook groups about longevity of fragrances and how important longevity is to you when deciding whether to buy a fragrance. And I know for me, sort of a couple of years ago, everything I was buying I was expecting to last 12 hours and I wasn't buying stuff if it didn't. But that's kind of unrealistic. And if you think about it, how many fragrances or how many occasions do you have in your life that last 12 hours? That realistically need a fragrance on one application to last for 12 hours. And so now I'm at the stage where I don't worry about it too much. My skin's not great for fragrances anyway. If I get 3 or 4 hours, I'm quite happy with that. If a fragrance only lasts an hour, that's a different matter. I probably won't buy that regardless of how good it smells. But if something lasts 3 or 4 hours, what I tend to do is I spray the fragrance on before I leave the house or wherever I'm going, and then I carry a small decant with me, which I know a lot of people do. So what I thought I'd do is I will show you, how I decant the fragrances, show you a little bit of sort of where I keep my materials for decanting fragrances. I do quite a lot of splits and decants that I pass on to people as well. So I'm just going to take you over now to this cupboard behind me where my fragrances are stored, and I have a drawer in there specifically for postage and decanting. So let's go over and have a look. There's probably going to be a pause here where I have to pick the camera up and stuff, but let's try. Okay, so hopefully this will work. I'm actually holding my iPad here, so apologies if it's a bit shaky. So this is my fragrance cupboard or wardrobe. So you can see here, got all this shelving with my fragrances in. Sorry, it's a bit dark. And then what I've got down here is a selection of drawers. Sorry, it's a bit dark. So this bottom drawer here, this is my postage, decant, equipment drawer. So you can see here I've got recorded post labels, special delivery labels. I've got jiffy bags there for posting decants. I've got bigger bags for posting full bottles. You can see I've got 10mm plastic atomizers, 10mm glass, 5mm glass. I've got a bag of funnels which are useful. I've got a bag of pipettes here. I'll show you that for decanting from flacons. And this big bag here is all my 5mm plastic atomizers, which I tend to use most. I actually order these from the Far East. I think they end up at about 25p each. I think might be less than that. So they all come in this big bag, separated from their lids. So there you go. So now what I'll do is I'll stick the camera up a little bit and show you how I decant the fragrance. So there's the 5mm atomizer. I'm going to show you how I do this. This is really, really simple. There's other ways. You can use funnels, pipettes. Simply unscrew this, get a fragrance. Brazil Dream for Him by Estee Lauder. Superb under the radar fragrance. Yeah, and literally hover it over, and you can use a funnel, but the openings on these are quite big on the plastic ones. On the glass ones you do need a funnel because they've got small. You literally just spray it in, and just with a few sprays, there was already a little bit in the bottom of there. You can see you've got a nice bit of juice in there, screw it up, stick it in your pocket and off you go. So that literally took me like a few seconds. And if you think about it, I'll put that fragrance on maybe 7 in the morning before I go out. That particular one lasts for 5 or 6 hours anyway. So mid-afternoon, one more spritz and I'm set for the day. If you think of it like that, you don't have to worry about the longevity. You can just, it's easy to carry an atomizer around with you. And then you can just concentrate on worrying about whether the fragrance smells good and not how long it lasts, within reason. If a fragrance costs £100 and lasts an hour, that's not on. But generally, if I get 3 or 4 hours, I'm happy. I carry a decant, not a problem. So there you go. As I said, it's a bit of a random video. I just had a few thoughts, thought I'd stick it down on the video. Got loads of stuff coming up, loads of stuff I'm working on, hoping to get more content out moving forward. But for now, thanks for watching guys, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers.